Alright, guys, welcome to another AMA. Yeah, I'm the Rose Hideout. And our guest for tonight is W Chain, and we have two speakers here who is going to be representing the project. So I need you guys to give us a brief introduction about yourself before we dive more into the project.
Yeah, just a quick introduction. My name is Titus, and I handle the community as well as partnerships for WChain. Alongside me, we have Tripsy. He handles product and blockchain of WChain. So yeah, that's just what we are doing at WChain, and we're happy to be here. So yeah, hi everyone.
Hey everyone, nice to meet you guys. Excited to talk about Double Chain. I'm excited to be here.
Alright, so moving on to my first question on the list here. I would love to know what stops W Chain from becoming just another blockchain nobody uses in 3 years.
Yeah. So before I just begin with the first question, maybe I'll just give a brief introduction to WChain as well. So the journey of WChain began with a vision to revolutionize global payments, founded by blockchain veterans. So WChain was born out of the need to bridge the gap between traditional finance and the rapidly evolving world of digital assets. So our mission is essentially to create a seamless, secure, and scalable payment ecosystem that empowers businesses as well as consumers. And on top of that, we are redefining global payments by offering a hybrid blockchain solution that combines the transparency of public chains with the control of private chains, while of course ensuring compliance with global regulations. So yeah, back to the first question. So your first question was about, what stops WChain from becoming just another blockchain nobody uses in 3 years. I
Yeah.
would say that would be use cases and users. So we are building an ecosystem where products complement each other, creating opportunities for users to grow their assets, and we also support projects integrating with WChain. So ultimately, it's not about competing with other blockchain. It's about listening to our users and also delivering products that genuinely improve their lives. So yeah.
Okay, that's amazing. For the investors in here right now, I would love to ask this question. Why should I, or let's say, why should I trust W chain when 90% of the tokens in crypto ends up worthless?
Why you should trust WCO?
Yeah,
Okay,
WCO,
so
yeah.
yeah, okay. As they say, age is just a number. So when you say 90% of tokens that end up worthless, that's also a number. So the WCO project began years ago with holders united by a vision to build products that directly impact their daily financial technology needs. So back then, it was just a vision and mission with nothing tangible. It was just a statement that we put out there. Fast forward to today, we have delivered on those promises within this year alone. So, and we are continuing to enhance the WChain ecosystem with new products. So, yeah, in the past 6 to 7 months, we have been building. So we now have a layer one blockchain, a 100% open source and fully decentralized validator system. We have a powerful block explorer, a DEX, a liquidity farm with a WCO staking pool. This month, we actually achieved a TVL of over $2 million. We also have a multi-validator bridge connecting to Ethereum and BNB chain. Stable coins, USDT and USDC from Ethereum. We have a new product called W Plus, which is a premium service rewarding users for all WChain transactions. We also, alongside that, we have a W Crystal NFT. It's basically a gamified WCO airdrop system, doubling as a 180-day maturity bond. and of course, extensive back-end infrastructure supporting B2B partners. So I think that's clearly proof, and we have been building quietly and we'll keep building relentlessly no matter what.
Okay. Actually, you said something about NFTs. Can you give us more details about that?
Sorry?
Yeah, you said you said something about NFTs right now. So I want to know, can you give us more details about the NFTs?
Oh, the NFT. So W Crystal NFT. So basically, um, along with W Plus, people can farm just to deep dive into W Plus, right? So W Plus is essentially a farming system where users are rewarded with drip points, DRIP, drip points, with all or with all the on-chain transactions. So once they make on-chain transactions, they get drip points, and then these drip points will be able to slowly claim into a W Crystal NFT, which is essentially a airdrop system, like I mentioned, and it doubles as a 180-day maturity bond. And then at the end of the 180 day, they will get a 1-to-1 ratio of WCO. So if the user decides to break that bond or break the crystal, or essentially just break the NFT, they will get a proportionate amount of how long they have waited lah. So if they break early, they'll get lesser, and if they wait for it to wait for the 180 days to complete, they'll get a full 1-to-1 ratio of WCO. Yeah.
Wow, wow, that's very, very amazing, man. So moving on, what's the biggest mistake your team has made so far? That's
Well,
kind
there's
of
a oh, there's a bold question. What's the biggest mistake that our team has made so far?
yeah.
Well, we think that the biggest mistake will be being a late bloomer. So launching later than some of our competitors cost us a few loyal holders, and we couldn't really control the market when sentiment turned sour lah. So that's on us, and we own it. But we are making amends by staying true to our vision, building and delivering relentlessly. So we have learned to prioritize faster execution and better communication to keep our community engaged, ensuring that we deliver products on time for sure, that align with their needs, and also rebuild trust through consistent progress.
Okay. Just a quick question. You guys launched W Chain on WCO, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to know, are you guys will you be planning on like expanding your tokens to other popular blockchains like Ethereum and stuff like that?
Sorry, I couldn't really hear the question.
Yeah, I said, are you guys planning on expanding your tokens to like other popular blockchains like USDT and Ethereum and others?
Exploring to whether putting WCO in other blockchains. So WCO is actually native to our own chain, W chain. So we were previously on Ethereum and BSC, and we previously had a migration over to W chain, so our own chain. So the migration has been done. But this is for the legacy holders out there. If you're hearing this, although the migration portal has been closed, but we have actually pulled out an announcement previously via the Wayfinders that if you you guys have not migrated tokens previously onto W chain, let the Wayfinders know. They will collate the information and let us know, let the team know, so that we could actually do the migration process if the demand is high. But if not, the migration portal has been closed, and yeah.
Okay. So let's say moving on. If regulators suddenly ban your compliance model, what's plan B?
Plan B. Okay, so most services on W chain are fully decentralized like any other true blockchain. So writing and publishing open source code is protected sort of as free speech. So we don't rely on regulators for compliance within the WeChain network. Our blockchain is 100% decentralized and open, so anyone can run their own node, set up their own RPC with custom domains, and the smart contracts will just keep running seamlessly.
You kind of break up at the end of your answer. Can you recap that, please?
Sorry?
You kind of broke up for me. I don't know if it's just me or I didn't quite get what you said at the end.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'll just repeat the answer lah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the question was if regulators suddenly ban our compliance model, right? Then what's our second plan, or plan B? So as I mentioned, most services on WeChain are fully decentralized. So writing and publishing open source code is protected as free speech. So we don't really rely on regulators for compliance within the WeChain network. So yeah, anyone can run their own node, set up their own RPC with custom domains, and the smart contracts will just keep running.
Okay, that's interesting. That's very much interesting. So moving on. Why would an institution pick you over Ripple or Stellar?
All right, so institutional adoption is like 4D chess, right? So it's driven by connections, strategic approaches, lobbying, and negotiations, with products often taking a backseat. That said, in a head-to-head comparison, we're actually leading in EVM compatible domains. As mentioned earlier, we have achieved remarkable milestones this year alone, outpacing Ripple and Stellar, despite their longer history and greater funding. So we're not so different from Ripple, but we believe the world has room for more than one Ripple, just as it supports Visa, MasterCard, and Amex coexisting as global payment solutions. Yeah, so WeChain can thrive alongside others, offering unique value to institutions and users alike.
Okay. So this question is kind of like for the investors and the holders in here. So let's say you disappeared tomorrow. What would happen to the WCO holders?
If I disappear tomorrow, or if the project disappear tomorrow, what will happen to our holders? Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, as I mentioned, WeChain's network is 100% decentralized and open source. Anyone can run a validator node by staking a minimum of the 10M WCO or set up an RPC node with their own domain. Anyone can also create a new block explorer and connect it to an RPC to index the blockchain from the Genesis block. Yeah, since the blockchain and its smart contracts are fully decentralized and open, they'll keep running. Yeah, so even if front-end apps like our DEX, WSwap, or even our Wave Farm go offline, users can still interact directly with the smart contracts or even build their own front-end interfaces. So yeah, I think it boils down to as long as the community stays active, WeChain will endure. Because a blockchain project isn't just about its products, it's about the community, it's about the people and the users.
Awesome. Awesome. That's very, very good. So moving on. You claim to like you claim low fees. So what happens if demand skyrockets and fees spike? What happens?
Yeah, so this is towards the more technical questions. I'll leave these questions to Tripsy. So Tripsy.
Thanks for asking that question, Ben. So first of all, obviously, if the traffic is going to spike, the fees will increase. But they don't really rely on ad hoc validators. And these fees they basically follow a market mechanism, which is similar to basically EIP 1559, where a protocol that runs the blockchain. It sets the base fee and automatically it rises when the blocks get busy. And they fall when the demand's cool, which basically smooths out the entire operation over time. So any validator will have guardrails like, max fees and max priority fees that they're willing to pay. So all in all, most of the validators will propose the lower minimum transaction fee. And once it's evaluated carefully by all the validators, then the fees will be pretty low actually throughout the high traffic timeline of the blockchain.
Okay.
And most of the validators are also loyal and faithful community members, so they will keep on protecting and ensuring that the community members, the blockchain users itself, gets the best benefits because it's low fees for everybody.
All right. I'm sure they quite get it. Moving on. What makes your bridge safer than all the ones that got hacked in 2022 and 3?
So the 2022-23 incidents, they were basically mostly social engineering. Somebody got their Gmail hacked, somebody got their Discord hacked. So having a nice preventive measure is to first of all understand how to basically uh, keep your personal accounts secure. If you're working in a blockchain team or if you're working in a DEX team, you need to keep your personal accounts really safe. I myself keep my accounts really safe. Everything is two-factor authenticated. So having said that, there were certain key compromises on these incidents because they were validator key compromised. Then the threshold was very weak, and as we saw in Wormhole and Ronan, that the initialization errors were popping up. Our approach is basically layered. We have a multi-validator threshold, and we have a very hardened key custody. We use MPC HSM level key custody, and then we also have independent watchers who watch with time locks, and there is continuous monitoring of the chain. And there is like audits as well. External assurances have been provided by auditing, and we also have like all these cross-chain risks we have taken care of. So everything is managed pretty well at W Chain. So there won't be any incident like 2020-23 at in our decks basically.
Okay, that's amazing. Moving on to the next question. I want to know,
Okay.
isn't WSwap just another DEX clone with rebranding? Because I feel that's
Okay,
just
this is a very good question. This is a very good question because see, there are multiple dexes coming along in the market right now. Every dex is claiming to be something different than the other dex, but the thing is, there is that all the dexes are basically AMMs, okay, automated market makers. They all use the X into Y is equal to K. That's the standard market design in decentralized finance. So the real story, the real product that differentiates itself is how you think of the capital efficiency, how you use your liquidity. So we have better liquidity, we have concentrated liquidity ranges as well. We have smarter routing, we have MEV aware execution in our dexes. So yeah, and many dexes, they're not clone of other dexes. It's like the formula, the entire formula of building a dex is very battle tested, and it's industry standard. So it's quite simple to build on top of it. What we change is how we provide more capital efficiency and more percentage profits to our users when it comes to using the dex. And we are basically focused on shipping user requirements, user visible advantages. That is a priority right now.
okay. Big W's, man. Moving on. This is kind of like my last question for this one,
Perfect.
right? Do you really need a native token, or is it just to raise money?
Okay, that's a very good question. First of all, I think there is a common misunderstanding that every chain does not need a token, but that's not quite true for an EVM chain. W chain itself is an EVM chain, and every EVM network, it requires its own asset system baked into its architecture. Like that's by design. So every EVM network, if there is any gas accounting required or some payment happens in chain's native currency at protocol level, I'm talking about giving the validators fees. I'm talking about transaction fees. Everything, it has to be on chain's native token. So using that, all of it aligns the resource that we are providing, and we also provide incentives to the validators, whoever want to set up right now. And the block prediction, the block keeps on getting produced. Every block is mined on the blockchain. So the user experience can be friendly, more smoothened out, obviously. But under the hood, settlement is basically happening in WCO, the chain's native token. And it is done by design. It's not like we are choosing to use WCO or we want to use it for raising funds. It needs to exist by design. We cannot simply not use it, you know?
Yeah, yeah, sure. Amazing, amazing. So that's it, guys. Thank you guys for coming in for this AMA. It was really nice to see you guys. So see you on the next one. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Ben. Thanks, Tripsy. Thanks everyone for tuning in.
Thanks, Ben. Thanks, Titus. Thank you, everyone, for joining in.